Hi guys, it's Shawnta's Way here today, and today I'm going to be doing my question and answer video that you guys requested. So basically I have a lot of questions, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the video. So I got more questions than I thought I was going to get. I have questions in my comment section, in my Instagram DM, and a lot of people ask questions on the giveaway video. So I'll just try to get to all of them, and I'll try to get to the ones that I'm comfortable with answering. I'm not going to say the name of you guys because I don't want to mess up your name or anything like that. This says, hi Miss Shawnta, I've been watching your YouTube channel for a few months now, and I have stacked up on a few questions for you, but I will keep them to a minimum for you. Question number one is, what's your ethnicity? I don't know how to say that word. I can never pronounce that word. Basically, she's asking me what's my ethnic group or whatever. Well, this is the number one question I always get. People, if you guys, I'm not going to say what video it is, but on one of my videos that is really popular on my channel, people are still getting into arguments to this day on if I'm black or if I'm mixed or if I'm Ethiopian, or like people are like getting into heated discussions. Like I have a whole entire feed of people just arguing, calling each other out of their names the most. Let me just go ahead and clear it up for you guys. I identify myself as black. I am African American, whatever. I don't care what y'all say. Everyone's like, no, even if she said, because I comment on one of those comments just to kind of clarify, but of course people were saying that I was lying. I said that I was black, but people were saying, well, you're mixed with something. Well, I'm black, so whatever. What city and state are you from? I'm actually from Louisville, Kentucky. If I have anybody from Louisville, Kentucky who watches me and who's like a faithful subscriber, can you say hi in the comments, or say, you know, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, I'm a subscriber? Because like, I don't know, I always think that like no one here in my actual state watches me, but I have so much support from people like from different states. So like everyone down in the comment section, can you guys just like tell me where you're from? I would like to know. Oh, next question from, I'm going to actually say this girl's name because she's so sweet. Her name, and I know how to pronounce it, it's Allen Queen Chaos. So, Allen Queen Chaos, girl, yes, you are so sweet. But she goes, will you ever be doing a meet and greet? Like I said, I don't know if I have like actual subscribers here from Louisville, Kentucky. And like, honestly, this, Louisville, Kentucky is like, I don't know. And I don't know, it's just like, I don't know if anyone will actually come to a meet and greet that I do. So, will I be doing a meet and greet? Not right now. I actually don't feel like I'm big enough on YouTube to actually do a meet and greet. But if I ever got like big on YouTube, then maybe. Okay, next question is, how do you motivate yourself to stay on a healthy eating path? Was it always easy for you? And do you have any advice for those who are beginners? It was not always easy for me to start a healthy lifestyle. A lot of people think that I was brought up that way, to be vegan or to eat healthy, and I absolutely was not. I used to, my mom and like all of my family eats meat, and they eat like the average American does. So I actually had to teach myself about things like this. So as you get older, you just kind of branch off and you decide what you want to do with your life. You decide how you want to live your life. Even if your parents instill, I think your parents instill like, they instill that ground for you to go off of, to know like morals and things like that, but you still have your own mind. And that's basically something that I thought of with my own mind. Nobody told me to do it. Nobody influenced me to do it. It's just something that I was like, I want to do this. I don't want to keep the cycle going of eating unhealthy. I want to be healthy, and I want to be a healthier me. Basically, what I do to stay on the right path is to, I've been doing this for so long, so it's kind of like second nature to me. But when I first started eating healthy, I just would research a lot. I would be researching while I was at work. I would be researching on my free time. always just trying to keep myself informed to remind myself why I started doing this and why I want to continue to do it. Advice I have for beginners would be to just kind of figure out what you want. Do you want a healthier life? Do you want to break the cycle of eating unhealthy? Or, you know, you don't actually have to be vegan. So if you're not getting support from people that you know, there's always YouTube, people on YouTube that have channels supporting healthy lifestyle. There's people on Instagram that do a lot of posts to support healthy lifestyle. So there is a lot of support out there. You just have to find it. Next question is, how do you get your shine? I have a lot of tutorials on how I maintain my hair and how I get it to be the way that it is. In my opinion, shine comes from sealing your hair and making sure that you keep the moisture inside so it doesn't be dry, so that it's not dried out. But I think that a lot of people need to understand that natural hair is naturally dry, so you're gonna have those days where you have dry hair. Okay, so next question is, what motivated you to go natural? Honestly, I went natural without even knowing. And back in 2012, I had moved out of my parents' house. My mom was the only one that I trusted to put in my relaxer. So she was really busy and coming to my apartment all the time. I had roommates and things of that nature. So I decided that I just wasn't going to get a relaxer anymore. My hair didn't really always need a relaxer. Like, I would get relaxers like every year. Like, my hair absolutely did not need relaxers. So that's why I went natural. Next question is, did you ever big chop, and how long have you been natural? And what do you do to have your hair to grow faster? Okay, so I did not big chop. I actually transitioned, and then in 2014 I went to get a diva cut. I transitioned until I could not transition anymore, and I've been natural now I've been natural since 2012, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it'll be I've been natural for about 5 years now. The next question she had was, what do I do to help my hair grow faster? I just take care of it, and I make sure that I keep it highly moisturized. That's something that I stress to you guys on my channel, and that's something that I stress to myself. So I've always just follow that rule. I've heard it, I've read that rule so many times on natural hair blogs and things of that nature, and it's been working for me. So just keeping your hair moisturizing, deep conditioning on a weekly basis or every time you wash your hair. The next question is, how did you find out what is best for your hair? So basically, I think she's asking like what products, how did I find out what products work best for my hair, or how did I find out which regimen works best for my hair. What I did for the product side of it is I followed people who had similar textures to me on YouTube. The first person I followed on YouTube was Sunkissed Abba and Hey Friend Hey, because they have such close textures to mine, and I just went off of like what products they used, and I tried out the products. I didn't buy everything at once, but I tried out a lot of products that they were recommending, and then I decided from there. So mainly what I started out with was Shea Moisture, which is what most naturals start out with, and I also started out with Diva Curl. I learned that Diva Curl actually wasn't, I love Diva Curl, but it wasn't my best pick. I thought that it was way too expensive, and there were other things out there that worked just as well. But that's basically what I did. I looked at other people and was like, you know, what do you use for your hair? Looked at a lot of YouTube tutorials and decided from there, picking out products, trying out products, but not trying out all products, because all products are not good for your hair. So you just gotta find out what works for you, and you gotta find out what's good for you. Someone's telling me to check my DM because they put their comment in my DM. So I'll go to my DM in a minute. But the next question is, what motivated you to become vegan, and do you follow any religion? What motivated me to become vegan was basically, I was vegetarian for a while, and it was just, I thought it was just like kind of pointless. Like, okay, you don't eat meat, but you eat dairy and cheese that comes from an animal. It just was like, it wasn't really making a lot of sense to me. Like, why it's easier than just jumping into a vegan diet, but at a certain time I was just like, okay, you know, if you're gonna do it, you might as well just give up animal products for good. So that's just kind of what I did. I didn't do it until I was ready. Even when some people on my Instagram were assuming that I was vegan, I was not letting people pressure me. And a lot of times I did follow a mostly vegan diet, but it was when I went out to eat is when I got in a lot of trouble with myself, because I would always eat like dairy or cheese or something like that, because cheese and dairy is basically in everything. So that's what makes it so hard to become vegan. But a lot of people are starting to adapt to vegan, and they're starting to add a lot of veganized meals to their menu. So it's becoming a tad bit easier. But in the city that I live in, most people don't even know what vegan is. Unless you go to a certain part of town, a lot of people are just confused and like, what the heck, you're vegan? What is that? So it's really hard for me living in the city and state that I live in to even be vegan. But like I said, I have a really strong mind. I just motivate myself. And I find inspiration from people on the internet, people that I don't even know. The next question is, how old are you? I'm actually 23. Next question is, do you think the climate change of your city affects your hair of any sort? Yes, especially when it's cold, your hair becomes a lot drier because it's really cold outside, and you have to adjust your regimen depending on your circumstances. So in the summertime, which I'll update you guys, I have a different regimen that I follow rather than the wintertime. Next question is, do you ever think you'll have straight hair? Well, a few months ago I didn't think so. I actually straightened my hair for the first time in 3 years for my birthday, and this is my hair straight. This is really old hair. I'm actually going to be washing it soon. What advice would you give someone that would like to become vegan but gets negative feedback from friends and family? Okay, so her question was, what advice would you give to someone who wants to become a vegan but gets negative feedback from their family and friends? Okay, first things first, I think that people look at me and they're like, everyone accepts your lifestyle and everyone's like peaches and cream, and everyone that you know is probably doing the same thing that you're doing. The answer is absolutely not. I just explained to you guys that my family is not vegan. They've been eating meat, and I don't think they're gonna stop eating meat. But normally you're not going to have a lot of people who are going to off the bat support something that's different, if that makes sense. Like, some people will support you and they'll be supportive, but there's other people who are going to look at you, and even if they're family or even if they're really close to you, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Where did you get this from? Why are you all of a sudden doing this? It's your choice to kind of take that negative feedback and just find motivation in that negative feedback. Show them that, you know, you think that this is a bad thing that I'm doing, but I'm going to show you that this is a really beneficial thing. And, you know, if you don't like the way that I'm doing it, then that's your problem. You kind of just got to listen to yourself and not listen to other people. I still have some friends that are not 100% supportive of my lifestyle. I wouldn't say they're not supportive, but they don't really take anything in consideration, and I just don't really talk about it to them. Like, they don't want to hear about it. They have a lot of issues that I can identify right off the bat what it is and why they're dealing with that, but I sometimes just keep it to myself. Unless I'm asked, I just keep it to myself. And even if I am asked, you have those people who will never listen to you, who will never support what you do, who would never 100% like be standing behind something that they do not understand. And you just have to realize that they don't understand it. They're very uneducated in the subject, and normally people who are uneducated in a subject and really closed-minded, you just have to let them people find their own way. You can't help everybody. So that was very long, but I just really wanted to throw that out there because a lot of people ask me that question all the time. Next question is, can you show us your go-to hairstyles? Yes, I can do a video with my curly hair on my go-to hairstyles. I just did a video for straight hair with some go-to hairstyles, and I'll link that down in the description box. Question was, I love you. That wasn't a question. Oh, but I love you too. Thank you. Let me see. There were some questions in my DM. This is a long question, so I'm going to try to like wrap it up. When I saw your picture of your hair, I got super jealous. I have the exact same hair as you, and I do everything in the world to retain moisture and to grow it, but nothing works. I've asked my mom to help, but she doesn't really know how because I'm mixed and she isn't. Is there anything that you can give for advice? I have an entire video on how I maintain moisture. It looks like that's basically what you're asking. I have an entire video on that, and I'll link it down in the description box for you. Next question is there anywhere around the world that you would like to go? The answer is Hawaii. Next question is, do you feel natural hair is high maintenance? I was curious on how you balance motherhood with a vegan lifestyle on top of natural hair because I barely find time to do my hair with all my college work. By the way, love your videos. Thank you. I don't feel like natural hair is high maintenance. I don't know if you're talking about cost wise, because natural hair can be costly because you're buying quality products. But if you're talking about like way too much as far as washing your hair every week and things of that nature, when I have my curly hair, I guess it's because I'm so quick and I normally just do a wash and go anyways. I just wash my hair in the shower, put my product on, and let it air dry, and I'm good for the entire week. With straight hair, you have to make sure it doesn't get frizzy. If it's raining outside, then you know you're in for hell. And it's just, I think that straight hair is a lot more maintenance than natural hair, but a lot of people may disagree. Sometimes I think I'm gonna go crazy, but I have a full-time job. For those of you who don't know, I have a full-time job. I go to college. This is my last semester, and also I do YouTube, and I'm a vegan, which is kind of second nature to me. Vegan is not to be thrown in there because I just, you know, you cook, you eat, you have to eat. It's not really a job to me. I've been doing it for a long time. YouTube has just come around. I've only been doing YouTube for a little bit, but it's still a lot of work. A lot of people underestimate YouTube. It's a lot of work. Next question is, do you have a Snapchat? No, I do not have a Snapchat. I don't even know how to work Snapchat. The last question was, why don't I have any videos explaining who I am or telling about my personal lifestyle? Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna be, I don't know what you guys want me to do. I don't have this thing where I just talk about my personal life. So I'm sorry if some people hate that about this channel, that I don't bring my personal life on. But I have did a couple of vlogs. I'm just like, anybody who knows me knows that I'm not somebody who really digs into my personal life and talks to people about it. I just don't. Just not me. So if you guys want to know any more questions, of course you can ask. Some people was asking about boyfriends and if I'll ever do a boyfriend tag. Probably not. I will, once I'm married, then you guys will see who I'm with, but he won't be coming on here. Yeah, that's all y'all can know about that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.